person that can help you understand strategy and the beliefs. It's all a formula. That's all it is. So what Tony's saying, he creates an environment where, he can help people change. And that's what I want to do. So this all narrows down to your state. It comes from your state, and you can think of that as your energy, your vitality, your strength, your mental energy, your mental fitness. All that really means is your mental emotional state affects the way you perceive everything in your life. So your state controls your story, and your state controls whether you do anything. If no one showed you how to get to that strategy, you'd figure out the strategy, you'd find a way, make a way eventually. Eventually you will. This is just an easier way. A cheat sheet, kind of. So you'd find the way, make the way when the right state, being in the right state, you'll get to the right behavior, you'll get to the right story, and you'll find the right strategies. So my focus is first on basically your state, where your state of mind is. So here's the thing. Every human being is going to go through extreme stress, like I said before. It's not all happy. Every moment they're not meant to be always happy. In every moment that you go through, you're not meant to always be happy. That's just how life is. And so the real question is like, what happens when the stress comes to you? The first thing is you're going through, you have to keep going through it, basically. That's then how you figure out how strong you are, by going through what you need to go through. Sometimes we do hold stuff back, and we have to work on it later, okay? So then you're going to learn to engineer your life to make it happier by doing these little formulas. It's only 3 simple things you can just start out with right now that can literally start to change your life. It's really simple little things. It's not even like rocket science here, And the problem is, with this and with a lot of other things, is we also, you're almost scared. The real challenge is like, are people going to take me seriously? But I don't care at this point, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for these simple techniques that do work for a lot of people, actually. Billions of people Tony Robbins has helped. I'm the same as him. Sorry, I can't talk. I hate seeing people suffer, and I suffered for a very long time, and I've experienced a lot of different types of suffering, actually. I think I have a bingo card, I've always said, of certain things that I've been through. And I'm good at helping people not suffer through a lot of things, because I've experienced a lot of stuff. It's the experience that helps you understand what is going on. And my experience, other people are going to experience those experiences, and just like me, not everything worked. This worked. I suffered for 8 years straight, terribly. But one of the most important things I also like to do, that Tony likes to do, is awaken people into who they are supposed to be. Awaken who you are, because we are all so much more than we even realize. It's how we perceive ourselves. It's how we perceive ourselves, but unfortunately we don't experience that until something happens. sometimes. So my thing is to show people how to do it as best I can. So I'm going to start making these videos more and more. I'm trying my best. Okay, here's another thing. The stress is something that we all experience. Now the thing is how to de-stress from the stress, or learn like how to use stress to de-stress. Or my thing is to help people also show them how to use stress, because I don't know how good a person you are, or how, okay, sorry. It doesn't matter if you're a spiritual person, a religious person, I don't care how smart you are, how rich you are, every human being will go through extreme stress. It doesn't matter. Like those people that got sunk in the ship. You know? Shit happens. And all the people that crash in airplanes or whatever, or maybe somebody else does that, who knows? But unfortunately, those things happen. The first thing is you're going to keep going through hell. And then you discover how strong you are, isn't the main thing when you go through all that. You discover more and more how strong and resilient you are. I'm sorry this is like little, this is what happens when I try to read my notes and my handwriting. But we're going to circle back real fast. So those important 3 S's is what this whole thing was about. And it's your state of mind, your emotional and physical condition you're at this moment. Controls your energy and focus and how you show up to things. If it's not right in the right state, you can do that priming thing Tony talks about. It's a really cool little exercise. You know, getting your mind to think about how grateful you are about, and think about maybe even 3 good memories when you wake up. Good things. And things to be grateful for. Alright. Then the second thing of the S's is your story. The meaning or narrative you give to events and experiences. Your story shapes your belief and actions. Now, also with that, I notice when I run into more blocks of some sort, pattern blocks, it has something to do with some story that took place in my life, and for some reason that damn belief system affected me. Alright, in some way. It can be little minor things too, which sucks. And then the third most important thing also is strategy. The plan or approach you take to achieve your goals and handle challenges. How you handle things, remain balanced, things will work its way out, whatever you gotta do, you just have to take care of it, you'll figure it out. So, the thing is those 3 all work together. Your state influences your story, and your story drives your strategy, and your strategy affects your state. So that's why you have to change certain patterns in your mental state that are affecting you. Mastering all of this gives you control over your life experiences. It is actually that simple. Those 3 little things. And that also, the first one has to do with like emotional and physical conditions. Exercise is also very important. Movement, walking. Yeah. Hopefully this helped in some way. I don't really feel like writing any more notes, but this was part 2.